Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yours truly, Ryan Pastor, is more than just a voice. I am a man who eats, sleeps, and bleeds this business. Everything I do, not only for these fans, but for all of the wrestlers in the back, is for this business to grow, to thrive. In my heart and in my soul, I beat the love of this business. I beat the soul of a wrestler every single day. See, I've been called a great many things in my life. I've been called a hypocrite. I've been called an asshole. I've been called a false prophet. I've been called the very best at what I do. But the one thing I have never been called is a puppet, is a voice of a catchphrase. Dustin, first of all, my friend, you couldn't think of anything better than that? I mean, really, that almost feels like you're phoning it in. See, that's the thing with you, Dustin. While I beat the soul of a wrestler, you beat the soul of a man who's been broken down, battered, and beaten more times than you can count. And you can claim that, yes, you are the Star Destroyer, Dustin Starr, and that any E-Federation would welcome you with open arms, which they would. You can claim that you and I are rivals, that we've never really been on the same side of the same coin. And you'd be right there too. But if you look at yourself, you're no wrestler, you're no competitor, you're no fighter. You are a man who is content with being complacent. In all of my years in E-Federation, when I look at you, Dustin, I don't see the same fire I did when I was first starting out. I don't see the Star Destroyer anymore. I see a man who is more than happy to be the middle of the pack of an old hierarchy, because that old hierarchy still views him as a legend. Dustin, I break down hierarchies both in the ring and outside of it, simply because they have no place in a world where you are supposed to fight and claw for your very being. Dustin, where is the Star Destroyer who beat the shit out of Austin Montaro inside of a ladder match in WAR? Because I haven't seen him. Where is the master of evolution who built his moniker on such a cocky, arrogant persona that it resonated with all of the jerks inside of a pro wrestling ring? Because I don't see it. I see a shell of a man. I don't even see the man who I broke with his crumbly knees at National Pro Wrestling Day. No. No. I see a man more than happy to sit on his free little throne and spout his lies while he does passable match after passable match. Because at the end of the day, you're not Chris. You're not Austin. No. You don't have their ability. You don't have their mouth, and you know it. Dustin, you are in a very unique position. I once respected you, both inside the ring and outside of it. We were, and still are, rivals. But when I look at you, I mean really look at you, I've never been more disappointed in a man in my life. You don't fight and claw for your spot. You believe it is ascribed to you. And it's your lack of real effort that is not only going to be your downfall inside of this match, but it's also going to be your downfall in a week. Dustin, everything that you do you do with a certain era, a certain flow of yourself that just says, eh. Men like you will be crushed by men like me. You can spout all the lies you want about how I've pulled a wall over these people's eyes and that how I am a weak chairman. But at the end of the day, it's all just projection onto you. Because you are weak outside of that ring by joining Mr. Will and his band of merry men who, by the way, betrayed you and took your company in VCW. You're more than happy to keep slithering back to those guys in the middle of that pack because that's what you truly are in terms of ability. Whereas inside of our match and inside of next week's big 5-on-5 Survivor Series match, you will see Ryan Pastor's true ability. Inside of me beats the heart of a warrior. Inside of me beats the heart of a wrestler. And I swear to God, next week, this Sunday, is only going to be a precursor to the wrath I'm going to inflict upon each and every one of you. I'm going to take the soulless husk, the shell of a man that is Dustin Starr, and I'm going to rip him in two. And there is nothing he can do about it. This isn't going to be a so-so match, Dustin. This is going to be a war in which every part of you will be broken. You will be lucky to even make it to Survivor Series match next week. You'll be lucky to make it to that tag. Because at the end of the day, my will is stronger than yours. And I mean that in every conceivable way. At the end of the day, my heart is stronger than yours. At the end of the day, the era of hierarchies that I fought so hard to disband, and the stars that have risen higher than you, will destroy you piece by little piece. And I look forward to being the precursor to that destruction. It's going to be a true symphony, Dustin. A symphony of realization that what is past is prologue. I'm going to enjoy every last minute of watching the era of complacency that is Dustin Starr squirm like the coward he is.